Hey everybody, this is Charlie, the Pennsylvania grain farmer. It is Wednesday, August the 3rd. This video was a little bit delayed, and what it deals with is my Oliver 1550 tractor, which you see here in front of you. Up until Sunday, it had been up at my mechanic friend's Joe's for about a week and a half. And he did a couple different things to it, and he called me to tell me it was finished. So this past Sunday, July the 31st, I actually traded him tractors. I took the Oliver 66 up and dropped it off because he's going to do a couple things on that for me. And I picked up this tractor, and it was good to bring it home. You know, when I go up there, I appreciate the fact that Joe works on them, and he is absolutely excellent. But I think farmers understand how we feel about our tractors more so than about other equipment, especially tractors that you've had for a long time. And this tractor's been on the farm, as I had said in an earlier video, for 55 years this year. And when you see it up there in Joe's, it's kind of like seeing a family member in the hospital, So I was glad whenever he called me and said that it was done and for me to come pick it up. So I dropped off the 66, and he's going to rewire it, change it over to negative ground, and make it a 12 volt versus a 6 volt system, and seal up some oil leaks for me. Now on this tractor, he did a couple of things. One was under the pedestal here, or above the pedestal here, and under the power steering pump, which is in there, he had to reseal that because I had oil that was running down this pedestal. So he took care of that little problem for me. He also changed the hydraulic pump. Now this pump had never been changed. I didn't think it had. And we bought this tractor new in 1967, 55 years ago. And I could never have remember of it ever having the hydraulic pump changed, even though Joe overhauled the engine once back in about 1990, but never did anything to hydraulics. And the hydraulics were starting to get bad. This spring, when I was planting corn and I had the white 5100 planter hooked up to it, I had to rev it up almost wide open to get it to pick it up with any kind of speed whatsoever. And even that was slow. So I knew that the hydraulic pump was getting bad, so it was time for a change. So Joe got a new hydraulic pump. It turns out that you can't get the regular pump that the 1550 needs anymore. But what he's able to do is get a brand new 1650 pump, and then there's a gear that he has to change to make that 1650 pump work in a 1550, and he did that. He also changed a metal plug that's in here, which was getting eaten out by being hit with fertilizer, because I use this tractor to spread fertilizer a good bit. So he took care of that. He also changed he noticed that the battery box was rusting out, so he took care of that little problem too. And finally, the last thing, something that I had asked him to do, was he changed this roller support for the drawbar in this tractor. The old one, down in here was getting completely worn out to the point where it worried me when I had something heavy on it, like the corn planter, and I had put some chains underneath here to help support it just in case that broke. I had actually 2 pieces of chain in there, and so he made new ones and a new support and replaced that for me. So I was really happy about that. Also, there was a pin up in the front of the drawbar, which he knows is a wear point. So he took that pin out, and it was wore down on both ends. So he replaced that, and now that's all good too. And that's one thing about my buddy Joe. I always know that when I take a tractor up there, he'll never do something unnecessary to it, but when it leaves his place, he wants it to be right. And he'll, when I take a tractor over for something specific like that 66 that's up there now, he'll take a look at it overall, and he knows what kind of things go wrong with them, and he checks everything over and makes sure that it's right. And I certainly appreciate that about him. So the Oliver 1550 is back. I've been just simply trading with them here the last few weeks. I had my F600 up there. When he worked on that and finished it, I brought it home and took this 1550 up, and now it's done. So now he has a 66. So we're getting things straightened around here, and I'm really happy about that. So this was just a short video just to explain what was going on here with the 1550, and there's really not a whole hell of a lot more to say, so I'm going to end this video here. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, I hope you'll hit the like button and subscribe if you already haven't. And if you have subscribed, I appreciate that very much. So for now, here in sunny Western Pennsylvania, this is Charlie, the Pennsylvania grain farmer, saying, see you next time.